I am re-recording this intro the day after Cerian's appearance on Music Melange on WDJK Gorgeous Radio, as there was a problem with the saved recording file. And to introduce this, I am DJ Kid Gorgeous, the proprietor of WDJK Gorgeous Radio, and on our Sunday show, Music Melange, we do themed shows, and it was a show about colors, and we'd asked Cerian to feature her song Seasons. On WDJK, we try to always feature the work of independent artists, showcase them and their work as much as possible. Cerian is an artist that we follow and that we have featured her music quite extensively, and she very generously agreed, even though because of the time zone difference, she's in the UK 5 hours ahead, that she couldn't be on to speak live, to record a special version of her song and also to do a little intro and explanation of it, which will follow. And unfortunately for the viewers where we're posting this, we won't be able to post the full song. We are going to post her discussion about it and the first 30 seconds or so of the song. The full video will only be able to view for request on the show, but because of copyright restrictions, we won't be able to post it here on YouTube or Facebook or on the Twitch clips where you're watching this. So Cerian is a real example of what's going on with a lot of the indie music scene today. She's London-born, of a Welsh mother. The name Cerian, as it's pronounced, is a Welsh name. And she had been a very active singer-songwriter for a number of years prior to COVID, and had toured, performed with a lot of big musicians. She's part of a group called the Herd Collective, which is a group of women musicians in the UK working to further women independent musicians. She'd performed at Glastonbury and a number of other large events, and had performed on instruments and vocals as backups for a number of big-name acts. She is a multi-instrumentalist. Her father is also a musician. He taught her to play piano. She plays piano very well. She's an accomplished harpist. She owns and plays multiple types of harps. She also plays guitar and dabbles in other instruments. Has an amazing, very high range. I don't know for sure, but I would guess that she qualifies as a soprano. I'm guessing for her vocals, but I could be wrong about that part. I should definitely check with her about that. And when COVID happened, she actually lost her voice during the COVID pandemic and could not speak or sing for several months. Her voice now, several years later, is still not fully recovered. And despite that, she has worked to rebuild herself, learned to sing in new registers, and pushed forward. And, the independent music scene, a lot of musicians are very much struggling. Ticket sales, live performances have not rebounded since COVID. The various websites working with musicians are getting loaded down with AI that's taking the place of it. They're taking larger and larger cuts. It's made it much harder for musicians. So Cerian took the chance, as a lot of others have been doing, to reach out to the internet community on Twitch and started doing live streams on Twitch on a regular basis. She now streams 3 days a week, and giving you an idea of how hard she's working versus even some regularly touring musicians, she's doing 6 to 8 hour streams 3 days a week, where she has a library of hundreds of songs that she knows off the top of her head. Again, playing multi-instrumentals. There's even a joke in her channel that she's what she calls a harpiano counter, where she will flawlessly play harp and piano at the same time, playing the harp with her right hand and the piano with her left. She rearranges songs to be in her key, to play in with the instruments that she can do. And she has a huge thing of both her own solo songs, which she's released multiple EPs and singles. And she's learned a lot of commercial songs that she does as covers. And as well as that, she does loops, which is where she will take an Ableton loop master, and she will record multiple parts with different vocals and different instrumentals, so she can perform a multi-part song without a band. She will also do live learns during the show. She will take 1 or 2 songs that she's never heard before, and based on listener request and feedback, will learn the songs live on the show and perform a couple of songs that she's often never even heard before. I've been present for this, and Cerian is much younger than myself, and she'll be taking songs sometimes that were written well before she was born from her parents' era and be recording these songs. So it's a very, very impressive performance. And in fact, the performance that she did here, where she did the interview, she streams Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays on Twitch. She had just done a nearly 8-hour performance. She took a break to get a snack and some water, came back on, recorded the interview, and recorded the song after doing a nearly 8-hour performance. And came out and did the live acoustic with the guitar, no auto-tune, no studio equipment, no fancy backing vocals. This is an epitome of a lot of the independent artists that we've been featuring on the show, where they're doing things themselves without a lot of fancy studio time. They're out grinding on tour, but they're also reaching out to the live audiences versus the internet means. And we're just truly, truly impressed. And we are absolutely thrilled to be featuring Cerian. We're hoping to be featuring very soon other artists like hers. We're reaching out to a couple of the other Herd Collective artists, to other artists that we know from the online scene, other artists that have reached out to us via social media, and they're all doing different things, but the hallmark of all of them is that they are really trying to make their mark on their own in this new digital media. Would absolutely encourage you to check out Cerian. You've got up on the screen all of the links to her main website, her SoundCloud. She's also on Spotify. She's on a service called Deezer that, if you're not familiar, Deezer is very commonly used by artists in the UK and Europe. It's very much of a SoundCloud type service, but caters more to artists in that part of the world. She's got her Caught in the Dark EP. She's got a couple of other EPs, multiple singles that are available. Definitely would encourage you, and you don't have to be a Twitch user to tune in and see her on Twitch, to catch one of her streams and just see how vibrant and active her scene is. And absolutely, we want to thank Cerian for agreeing to take part and be on the show and record the exclusive. As I said, we will be attaching right behind my introduction here the interview that she did in the first 30 seconds of the song. This will be going up in our clips on Twitch, as well as the videos on the WDJK Kid Gorgeous Radio on Facebook and on YouTube. This will hopefully be the first of this. As soon as we hit 100 people on Facebook, which is very close, we're going to be able to start going live on Facebook as well as Twitch to do interviews with these artists and to do more interaction, where we will be able to have lives with them, looking to be able to go live on other platforms so that people can take part in interviewing the artists directly and ask questions and give feedback during this. We will not be able, for obvious reasons, to feature the whole sections of the music during these interviews and interview segments, but for the artists that allow it and feature it, that content will be available on the Twitch streams, and we hope that you will tune into our Twitch streams for that as well. And please absolutely consider supporting these fantastic artists. Show the world that independent music matters. Thank you very much, and stay tuned right behind this for Cerian's interview and the opening part of the song.
Hi DJ Kid and all your community. Thank you so much for showcasing and sharing the work of independent artists like myself. For anyone who hasn't met me before, my name is Cerian. I'm a singer-songwriter from the UK, and DJ Kid has asked me to share with you one of my original songs. This is called Seasons. It was the second single that I ever released, and it's from my debut EP, Caught in the Dark. Seasons is using the metaphor of seasons for a relationship and how it changes over time, and how your perspective of that relationship changes over time. Like a first love, the catalyst that changes how you feel about love in life. And when I was writing this song, I just couldn't quite figure out how it all fit together. And then I found these lines by Lewis Carroll from Alice Through the Looking Glass. In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die. And that became the refrain that tied the whole song together. It seemed to perfectly encapsulate that feeling of summer and time gone by. And so this is my song Seasons.